Thanks to Rocket Money for sponsoring today's video. More about them later.
Hey guys, quick reminder, my Australia tour starts in a few days. I'm going to Auckland, Wellington, Christchurch, Melbourne, Brisbane, Sydney, Adelaide, and Perth. It's gonna be so much fun. Click the link in the description for tickets. Okay, enjoy the video.
Folks, food. What is it? Is food solely a way to provide us nutrients and energy so we can continue to live? Or is it something more? Maybe food is the one true universal language that has the ability to bring us all together.
That's what good pussy sounds like.
Food can be a fond memory, a first date, a broken heart. Food can be a lot of things for a lot of people. But when you really boil it down to its most basic definition, food exists so YouTubers can expand their brand. Hey dude, we gotta level up financially, you know what I mean? Grow your business. Passive income. That's what it's all about, man. I like to think that the very first person who ever harvested wheat was thinking in their head, one day, Mr. Beast is gonna make some fuck-ass burgers with this shit.
Jesus turned water into prime.
Folks, obviously I jest. I also digest a lot of food. Yeah, I love eating a lot. Dude, whenever my wife and I travel, food is the main thing on our minds, dude. Straight up, we've had a few meals in Italy that have like brought tears to our eyes. We were in Paris a few years ago, and I remember everybody is like, you gotta go to the Louvre. Oh, you gotta check out the Louvre. You gotta see the Louvre. And we were just like, actually, we'd Louvre some creme brulee. But I don't think I would call myself a foodie because that's a little too millennial. But I do love food a lot. I love cooking. I love going to restaurants. I love trying new food. Eating is like one of the best parts of being alive, truly. It's just such a special thing, you know? Like food can bring back old memories. It can create new ones. And people we've lost in our lives can live on through their recipes. And since the beginning of time, people have always enjoyed entertainment along with their meals. You know, think back to medieval royalty eating a plate of only turkey legs, while a court jester named Roland the Farter passes gas in front of them to make them all laugh while they enjoy their dinner, right? That was a real guy, by the way. I feel like that's important to say. Roland the Farter was a real jester who existed. He's a real guy, and I talk about him whenever I can. Real quick, dude, each year, the real guy, Roland the Farter, was obliged to perform saltum, siffletum, pedum, a jump, a whistle, and a fart that were all done at the same time for the king's court at Christmas. Now, right off the bat, that sounds hilarious. A jump, a whistle, and a fart at the same time? Incredible. Here's the thing. King Henry I liked Roland the Farter's performance so much that he gave him a house and 99 acres of land, dude. I was born in the wrong generation, bro. Imagine farting so good you get a house. And I bet he didn't even have to pay for gas. Fast forward to now. The dinner and a show concept is a little different. Now it's dinner and a YouTube video. Some of you are probably eating food right now as you watch this video. Give me some, I'm hungry! Food and YouTube. A god tier combo, right? And for years, us YouTubers were kept separate from the food you were eating. We weren't allowed to touch it, right? That was a mutual understanding. But for some reason, over the past few years, YouTubers got the idea in their heads that they could also provide you the food that you're eating while you watch their videos. I assume they were like, well, we already got 2 senses with our video. How about we try to snag the other 3 senses with some YouTuber food products? Feastables, Mishmash, Mr. Beast Burger, Dobrik's, Prime, Joyride, Minus Snacks, Lunchly, Chamberlain Coffee. The list goes on. The popularity of YouTuber food products has absolutely exploded over the past few years. And there's actually a few reasons for this that not everybody knows. And me, being a YouTuber, I would love to break down why so many YouTubers are releasing food products. Reason number 1, money, obviously. To be real for a second, nobody really knows how long their career is going to last on YouTube, so you kind of have to like strike while the iron is hot. You know, and you gotta diversify your portfolio, right? You know, increase the amount of revenue streams you have, so if one, you know, fails or like stops, you have other ones that you can rely on. And creating a food product can be a good way to do that, especially if you partner with an existing company who knows how to produce everything and you also don't have to put up any capital. So yeah, reason number 1 is money. And reason number 2 doesn't exist, all right? It's just money. Straight up, YouTubers are only making these things for money. Don't get me wrong. That's fine. You can start a business to make money. That's, you know, probably the number 1 reason why people start businesses. I don't know everybody. I don't know the story behind everything. So I don't want to make the claim that every single one of these YouTubers aren't passionate about the food products they're putting out. But like, what the fuck does the D'Amelio family know about popcorn? You know what I mean? And I don't think Mr. Beast, the guy who only talks about money and all of his content is about money, created Feastables because of his passion for chocolate bars. If he was really passionate about chocolate bars, he probably would have made a chocolate bar that doesn't taste like dog shit. Sorry, I'm showing my hand already. Realistically, I can only assume that the overall plan with these YouTuber food products is to leverage their existing audience, to have a leg up on the other products, and then, you know, slowly grow that brand and business over time so they can ultimately sell it to fucking Nestle in a few years for millions of dollars. And don't get me wrong, half of me is like really supportive of YouTubers creating their own product, disrupting industries that they're aligned with, you know, and creating a product that can live on and provide for them and their families as they grow up and maybe move away from YouTube. That's good. That's all great. But the cynical half of me is like, just make fucking YouTube videos, man. And that is hypocritical for me to say because I don't only do YouTube. I have merch that I sell. I do stand-up comedy that I sell tickets for. And I make money from both of those, which is a contributing factor to why I pursue both of those endeavors. Personally, the last thing I would ever want to be responsible for as a YouTuber is what my audience is putting in their bodies for sustenance. That is my nightmare, dude. That is an insane amount of responsibility that I would not want to be burdened with. And it's just so funny because, like, you know, YouTubers never start making videos so they could maybe one day make their own juice. You know what I mean? All I'm saying is, like, I don't want the people that I watch on my phone to have a little laugh at. I don't want them in charge of what I'm putting in my body. I want a multi-billion-dollar company in charge of what I'm putting in my body. There's no winning, truly. But call me crazy, I don't think a YouTuber needs their own chocolate bar. There's actually enough chocolate bars out there already. Have you been to any gas station? The only chocolate bar I would ever eat from a YouTuber is if Tay Zonde came out with one called Chocolate Rain, okay? I buy all of them. But regardless of my personal bitter opinions about this YouTuber food trend, there's clearly no sign of stopping it. The food and drink space can be one of the most lucrative markets to get into, but it's also the most competitive. So I think the act of like attaching a celebrity or public figure to a food product to set it apart and sort of jumpstart the sales a little bit, that's only going to get more popular. And it's like a fun thing. I totally get it. You eat the YouTuber food product, you go, okay, and then you just go back to your regular diet. But what if you couldn't go back to your regular diet? What would life be like if you were only allowed to eat food products made by YouTubers? I think we should find out. That's right, folks. This week, any food or water that I put in my body is strictly gonna be made by YouTubers. I have gone to great lengths to secure a wide variety of YouTuber food products over the past few weeks, and I want to see what strictly consuming food products made by YouTubers does to the human body. So let's go see what's on the menu.
But first, a word from today's sponsor.
This video is sponsored by Rocket Money. Folks, budgeting is hard and I've struggled with it my entire life. Sure, I could use a spreadsheet, but I don't know how to use those and they're scary. Luckily, with Rocket Money, my budgeting problems are a thing of the past. Rocket Money is an all-in-one personal finance app that helps you cancel subscriptions, lower bills, and manage your money better. I love using Rocket Money to set budgets. With Rocket Money, you can create a customized budget in seconds. The app shows you where your money is going at all times and identifies top spending categories and insights on how you can stay within your budget better. Rocket Money will also notify you about upcoming charges or when your balance is low to help you avoid overdraft and late fees. Rocket Money can also cancel unwanted subscriptions. Once you connect your bank account, Rocket Money identifies all your subscriptions in a single list. From there, you can easily select the ones you don't want anymore, and Rocket Money may be able to help you cancel with just a few taps. And Rocket Money can also lower your bills. Yeah, Rocket Money will automatically scan your bills to find savings. With just a couple of taps, Rocket Money can help negotiate your bills for you, from internet service to cable to phone bills. And no need to worry about those pesky customer service calls. Let the app's negotiators work for you to try to get the best possible rate. All of that and more is available when you use Rocket Money. So what are you waiting for? To save more and spend less, join the over 5 million users using Rocket Money today. Go to rocketmoney.com/Curtis or click the link in the description to get started for free. Thank you so much to Rocket Money for sponsoring this video and so many others in the past. And I really hope you guys check them out because it helps me out when you guys check out the sponsors, helps you guys out, helps them. Everybody wins here, man. Thank you, Rocket Money. Back to me. All right, this is the shot that all these videos have. It's all this shit on the counter. How's it look? Okay, first off, it's like I got all these at a big and tall store because it was no small feat getting all this YouTuber food, okay? As you all know, I live in Canada. For some reason, like 90% of this shit is unavailable up here.
Just like my water talk videos, it was impossible to find stuff because like Canada has a little bit more rules and regulations around what people put in their bodies and stuff, which is cringe.
So for the non-perishable products, I had to use a package forwarding service in America that shipped it to there and then they forwarded it to me. And then for the rest of it, like the lunchlies and stuff, I actually had to pay someone to drive to Michigan for me, buy all this, and then drive all the way home. So this was a lot of work just to get these fucking brightly colored foods. So this is all the food I'm pretty much gonna be eating this week. First up, breakfast. Most important meal of the day. And this one was a little tricky, I'll be honest. At first, I wanted to order Mishmash, that cereal that Rhett and Link made, but it was all sold out on their website, and there was also like nowhere to find it anywhere online. Dude, I even texted Link personally. Yeah, I have his number. Wow. Asking if he had any for me that he could just send me, but even he didn't have any, so I couldn't find that. But shout out to those guys, they're awesome. I then tried ordering the Best cereal, which was made by the Sidemen, but it's only available in the UK. So I had to do a little bit more research to find a breakfast food. It would be nice if there was just like a famous chicken on YouTube that sold all of its eggs, but sadly that doesn't exist. I was going to order the JoJo Siwa cereal. There's a lot of unopened boxes on eBay, but a lot of those expiration dates were 2022, and I didn't want to do that to myself. The last way that I would ever want to die is by eating expired JoJo Siwa cereal. JoJo Cereal. That would suck. I'd get to heaven at the pearly gates, you know, and God would just be like, come as a bitch. Okay. Ow. So after doing a little, that hurt my fucking head, ow. So after doing a little bit more research, I found a product from this YouTuber called Feel Good Foodie called Oath Oats. It says gluten-free, naturally sweetened, vegan, overnight oats. Nice branding, I like the name, seems healthy, non-GMO. I'm not the biggest fan of overnight oats. If I'm having oatmeal, I want those fucking dino eggs, dude. Those are fucking awesome. The little eggs, you pour hot water on it, the eggs, they hatch, little candy dinosaurs come out of them. Those better be in here. And I haven't tried this yet, but I'm really grateful for this product because as you can see on this table, this is like the only YouTuber food product that's like fucking good for you, I think. This is the only one that's like real food and like healthy, so that's really nice. So yeah, I'm gonna be having Oath Oats for breakfast every morning. Also in the morning, I gotta have coffee. I gotta have my coffee. You know that saying, don't talk to me or I'll fucking kill you. So I ordered some Chamberlain coffee, of course. I couldn't find any of the like beans in Canada, so I just ordered these like single-use coffee bags. I'm actually super interested in this product. You use it like a tea bag, but it's coffee. I've always been curious about this product also because, you know, I'm on the road a lot for tour and stuff. Hotel coffee tastes like grandma shit. If this is good, maybe I'll buy some more of it and bring it on tour with me. I don't know. I'm excited though. I've never had a coffee bag before. I've had to beg for coffee. Please, barista. But I was stressing because I'm not just gonna have fucking black coffee, dude. That's boring, that sucks. I want it sweet and milky and creamy. So we're gonna do a little collab here, all right? You know what I need in my coffee? I need some of Ninja's nut. Huh? Yeah, for some reason, Ninja, you know the Fortnite guy? He came out with his own cashew milk called Nutcase. Cashew! Yeah, I don't know what cashew milk has to do with Fortnite and streaming, but Ninja, my man, you had the perfect opportunity for a food product on a silver platter. I'd like to remind you all of my favorite tweet of all time. I'm in the middle of carrying a League of Legends game, about to close it out, and my braless wife brings me a sandwich, not asked for, with chips as I get a double kill bot lane. So how is your day going? Bro. Oh my God. I think when you got that low taper fade, they missed and got some of your brain, dude. What the fuck? Ninja, you could have put out a pre-made lunch box, right? Like a fucking Lunchable, right? But you only advertise it as a sandwich, right? But then you open it up and there's chips in there because you didn't ask for them, but they're there. You could have called it braless. Come on, Ninja. You can have that idea. It's totally yours. I'll even invest in that company. I swear to God. So yeah, I'm gonna use the Ninja nut milk in my coffee every morning, as well as overnight oats. I got the variety pack, chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. All right, moving on to lunch. Obviously, I had to go with Lunchly. This thing is all the craze. I'm a little worried right now that it's not in the fridge because of all the This is a Lunchables competitor created by KSI, Logan Paul, and Mr. Beast. There's 3 kinds of meals. There's the pizza. I'm not the biggest fan of the quotations there, I'll be honest. Yeah, the pizza. There's also the turkey stack'ems, as well as the Fiesta nachos. And each one comes with a little Prime bottle, which is the drink that KSI and Logan Paul make. And then also, it comes with a little Feastables bar, which is Mr. Beast's chocolate bar. So yeah, I'm gonna have Lunchly every day for lunch for the next 7 days. And can't wait. And for snacks, we've got a lot of snacks, okay? Because for some reason, YouTuber food, mostly snacks. When's the fucking produce coming out, guys? Do I have to do it? Am I gonna be the guy that's gonna come out with produce? All right, so I got these Mina snacks, Midnight Mini Cookies from Pokimane. And then I got these Joyride sour candy strips from Ryan Trahan. This is actually the only YouTuber food product from someone I know, or someone I've met personally, and I would consider myself on good terms with. So I hope that's good, because I don't want to burn any bridges. I also got some full-sized Feastable bars, lucky me. And then I also got some Be Happy popcorn from the D'Amelios. Also, isn't Be Happy the name of that fucking song from the D'Amelios?
Sometimes I don't wanna be happy.
Why would you make the thing that if sometimes you don't want to be that? Sometimes I don't want to eat popcorn.
Dinner.
This one was a little tricky. This might have been more tricky than breakfast. There's a pretty big gap in the market for YouTuber dinner products, and I think I gotta be the guy to capitalize on that. Okay, I'm gonna put out the new Hungry Man's, but more inclusive, the peckish person. I'm gonna come up with a new TV dinner, but update it, you know, call it the fucking TikTok dinner. But after doing a little bit of research though, I found out that the very popular YouTube show Hot Ones, they actually make a variety of frozen spicy chicken meals. So I figured I would just have those. But again, the person I sent to go find all of this products, they looked all over and the only thing they could find was this Hot Ones Hot Pockets collab. The Hot Ones Smoky Green Chili Cheese Steak with reduced fat mozzarella cheese, jalapeno peppers, cilantro, and Hot Ones Los Calientes Verde hot sauce, and a crispy seasoned crust. Crispy seasoned, not seasons. And also, I have that gene that makes cilantro taste like soap, so that sucks balls for me. This is gonna be a shit week. This is what I'm gonna have for dinner every night for the next 7 days. I also had a fun idea, okay? So, Hot Ones, right? I ordered 3 of their sauces, okay? Because it is probably actually one of my dreams one day is to be on Hot Ones. Sean Evans, if you're watching. Please. I've been a fan since like the beginning of season 1, bro, come on. Okay, but I got 3 sauces. I got the garlic Fresno, which is the not too spicy one, the Los Calientes, which is the middle one, and then the last dab. So I figured I would put those hot sauces on the Hot Ones, and then I'd gradually increase into the last dab on the final day. You know, just like my own Hot Ones, okay? Because you gotta dress for the job you want, not the hot sauce you have. And lastly, which is not a Lunchly spinoff, lastly, let's go through the miscellaneous items, the beverages and stuff. So I got this Pizzafy stuff made by Arak. Apparently you just like squeeze this onto food and it pizzafies and it just makes it taste like pizza. And I'm really curious to try this later because I don't know if I believe it. Okay, because you know, if you put ketchup on something, it's gonna taste like ketchup, right? If you put pizza sauce on something, it's gonna taste like pizza, but well, we'll see. I also got some full-sized Prime drinks. That's gonna suck. I've had one before, sweetest thing I've ever had. I got some Prime hydration packs so I can have my water of the day, right? Water talk it up. And I also got a bunch of Happy Dad seltzers if I plan on getting drunk, which I probably will. Why do they sell alcohol this big? Almost a liter, bro. Get fucking blackout after this one thing. So that's everything that I'll be eating this week. I figured, you know, I'm definitely gonna go more into detail and, you know, review these products as we go. And then I think I'll update all of you on how I'm feeling throughout the week. But yeah, this amazing diet starts tomorrow. So I guess I'll fucking see you then. I'm gonna go to bed and I'll see you tomorrow for day 1. I started off my day with some Mountain Wild Blueberry Overnight Oats. And like I said earlier, I'm not the biggest fan of overnight oats, but this was actually like really, really good. It wasn't overly sweet, which I really liked. And I especially enjoyed this because this is probably the only way that I'm gonna be having any real fruit this week. And I think it's also just super convenient if you're someone who doesn't have time to make breakfast every morning. I've seen all I needed to see. Oats, 9 out of 10. I've also never heard of Feel Good Foodie before making this video, but I just think it's super fun funny that out of all of the YouTuber food products that I'm eating this week, there's only one from an actual YouTuber who talks about food. Like, this product actually makes sense for her to put out. It feels very natural, and I think she's really smart for doing this. It just feels a lot more genuine than Logan Paul being like, hey, I know I just scammed all of you out of my NFT project, but can you please buy my juice? Anyways, now it's time for coffee. This week I'm trying out these Chamberlain coffee bags. I really like the colors and the branding, and it seems like everything was made from pretty high quality crap. These definitely seem like they're best if you're traveling somewhere and don't have access to like a real coffee machine, because it was just like making a cup of tea. And that's the tea. I poured in some hot water, and now I just had to wait for 5 minutes. When the 5 minutes was up, I went to the fridge to grab a can of Nutcase to put in my Chamberlain coffee. On any other day, I would usually put cream in my coffee, but that is not allowed. And real quick, the Nutcase website describes Nutcase as nostalgia in a sexy, slim can. Kinda like Nesquik, but designed and refined for adults. Made with clean, real ingredients, grown up and guilt-free. And I may be wrong here, but aren't Ninjas fans like all little kids?
Hi Zach, I heard that you are turning 9 today, so I just wanted to wish you a very happy birthday, and I hope you have an awesome Ninja/Fortnite themed birthday party.
They don't want this shit, man. They want real chocolate milk from a braless cow. I also don't think I would describe the can as sexy, because it's the shape of every other can in the world. Nostalgia in a hot, fuckable can. I stay getting my wiener trapped in this thing. Ouch! But these are apparently plant-based. They're good for recovery after a visit to Tilted Towers. They've got potassium, and they're naturally sweetened. I'm just not the biggest fan of cashews, so I hope this doesn't contain any cashews. Oh no, fuck! I tried out the vanilla flavor first, and it didn't taste bad or anything, but it definitely had like an interesting flavor. This shit was straight up perplexing me, dude. Poured it into my Chamberlain coffee, and I forgot to record myself actually drinking it on this day, but it tasted fine. Tasted like fucking coffee. I don't know. I think the Chamberlain coffee bags, they kind of taste like just a slightly upgraded version of instant coffee. And for 10 coffee bags, it costs around $20 American. So it's basically like $2 per single use bag, which is a little steep for making coffee at home. But for like traveling or camping especially, the coffee bags are worth it, I think. I've never gone camping and I never will, but I can assume. And a few hours later, it was time for lunch.
Okay guys, it is lunchtime. I'm usually pretty full after my breakfast. I usually have like a pretty big breakfast with like maybe a bit like with eggs and stuff, but those oats, they filled me up for a little bit, but now I'm starving. So we've got lunchly. I'm honestly really excited to eat this, not because I think it's gonna taste good or anything, but I'm just excited to get it out of my fridge because this box is huge. It's friggin' massive, dude. And I feel like the whole appeal of Lunchables is like they're small, they can fit into a lunchbox and stuff. This is the size of a kid's backpack, I feel, you know? I don't know the size of stuff. I'm gonna try the pizza one. I'm actually really curious about this because, little fun fact, I have a rider at my shows.
Rider? I hardly know.
So I get to a venue, they'll have stuff there that's on my rider. So there's like beers, like a fruit tray, you know, water, Gatorade and stuff. And actually pizza Lunchables are on my rider because I love pizza Lunchables and they're just like a fun little snack. I know they're not that good for me, but they taste okay. So I'm curious what this is gonna taste like in comparison to the regular pizza Lunchables. Also, this will be a fun little game because this is the one that apparently was covered in mold. There's a lot of mold happening with the pizza ones. Pretty excited to see if there's gonna be mold in this one. Oh, that's why the box is so big. You gotta fit this fucker in there. That's fucking huge, dude. I feel like this is a big drink for me and I'm 30. Kids are supposed to have this much? 355 milliliters? How much is in a can of Coke? Editing me, can I put that on screen? And this thing here says, leave no crumbs. Don't worry, Jimmy, KSI, and Logan, I won't.
It's time to play. Find that mold.
Hey yo, mold check.
I think we're good.
That's a W. So Lunchly is obviously a Lunchables competitor, right? I was a big Lunchables kid growing up. I always had Lunchables in my lunch. I think it was easy for my mom to pack it for me. And I also just liked but when I was a kid, the pizza ones used to come with a little red stick
a red flat stick and you could spread the sauce on really easy with it. And I'm really bummed that Lunchly had the opportunity to do that and they didn't do it. And don't tell me it's because, oh, we're trying to reduce plastic, because fuck off. That's not real. Plastic isn't real. And down the hatch. It tastes exactly like a regular Lunchable. The only difference is in the pepperoni. It's got a little bit more like seasoning than a regular one, which is honestly pretty surprising. And they keep saying this one is made with real cheese. I can't tell the difference, brother. I've personally never had a problem with fake cheese. Now let's try this prime. I've had one prime before. I've had a blue one. I got it when I was on tour a couple of years ago because I was curious, and I hated it. It was the sweetest thing I've ever had in my life. And I think my teeth were trying to run out of my mouth. They're like, that's not for me. How many calories in there? 360. Ooh, that's pretty brat.
Yeah, 360.
When having lunch, I'm just having lunch leave.
I'm just kidding. This is not brat. This is not giving brat. And I used most of the cheese on the first one. Not a good amount of cheese, I'll say that. I'd rather have the right amount of fake cheese than not enough real cheese. And that's the realest shit I've ever said. Let's do this final pizza and then
I get to have my dessert.
I got a lot of extra sauce too. And we don't waste food around these parts, man. I regret that. Now it's a little chocolate bar time. The whole branding of Feastables is like, this is so much better. We worked so hard at this.
We worked tirelessly. Like, I'm talking barely even sleeping.
We spent so much research hours.
I traveled from country to country, chocolate factory to chocolate factory.
Finding every possible chocolate possibility to make the best chocolate ever. And it's like, it's fine. Now I gotta finish this Fortnite juice. This literally looks like a fucking chug jug, bro. I can't even enjoy it, so I'm just gonna chug it. Ow. Brain freeze. Oh, I feel like KSI in the thick of it video. I'm in the thick of it, everybody knows. I'm not hungry anymore, so I guess that's good. It did the thing that it's supposed to do. I was hungry before, and then now I'm not. Okay, I don't know if it was the Lunchly as a whole, or just me chugging the prime at the end, but stomach's not feeling very good. Like, I feel like I got more tired after I ate that, which is not ideal. Who knows? Maybe that was something else. Maybe that was Nini's nut. Later on in the evening, I decided to try the Joyride Sour Blue Raspberry Strips from Ryan Trahan. Again, I don't know what sour strips have to do with his videos, but his content, it's very fun. It's really engaging. It's really bright and colorful, right? And I think the branding of this candy reflects that really well. I was pretty skeptical of these because it says it has 80% less sugar than regular sour strips, and those are like my favorite candy. I think I like them so much because there is so much sugar on them, so I was nervous, but I was actually pleasantly surprised by these. There's like a hint of that health food flavor in them, but they taste really fucking good, and I could not stop eating them if I'm being honest. The only thing I will complain about is the packaging. All the strips were like stuck together and it was really hard to peel off, so I ended up getting a bunch of sugar dust all over my counter and my floor, and there's no way to close the bag after, so there's no fucking zip top, which is devastating. So I just had to put them in like my own Ziploc bag. Other than that, pretty fucking good, okay? I'm gonna give Joyride, the sour belts, 9 out of 10. And then it was dinner time. I'm having the Hot Ones Hot Pocket by Nestle. I was right. And this is actually the first time I've ever had a Hot Pocket in my life, because I don't think we have them in Canada. They had to call them, if they're up here, they had to call them cold pockets. I've never had a Hot Pocket, so all this crisping sleeve nonsense was fucking confusing. I felt like I was deciphering ancient hieroglyphics or some shit. It was scary. Should have called this thing a Thought Pocket. How much brain power I needed. The fuck is Herbie? I also paired the Hot Pocket with the first Hot One sauce in my hot sauce gauntlet, the garlic Fresno. In terms of taste of everything, I can't really tell you right now because I burned off all my fucking taste buds when I first bit into it. That was pretty cool, but once it cooled down, I actually didn't mind it. Thankfully, I couldn't taste the cilantro in it, and the spice level wasn't too gnarly for me, so thankfully, I deleted it in no time. All right, it's the end of the first day. No real change yet. Stomachache went away shortly after. Hot Ones one, the Hot Pocket was good, but TMI. But I just farted, and it was a smell I've never smelled before. So, scared for tomorrow. Day 1 in the books.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Who the fuck is this guy? You know him? I then got my breakfast ready for tomorrow with this sexy ass fuckable can of nutcase. Went to bed and woke up on day 2. I had a fucking terrible sleep this night and I woke up feeling really tired and bloated. I don't immediately want to blame the diet for the poor sleep, but I will absolutely blame it for the bloating. I will say though, the bad sleep was very odd because I usually sleep like a baby, you know, wearing a diaper and waking up crying every 20 minutes. Why does sleeping like a baby usually mean good sleep? Aren't babies like famous for sleeping like shit? The saying should be, I slept like a baby's dad after he forgot the baby in the car. Anyways, I tried the maple roasted almond oath flavor, and this one wasn't as good as the blueberry one, but it was still okay. It would probably be better in normal circumstances, but my milk situation was complicating things a bit.
So thick. Usual oatmeal is pretty easy to eat, but with Ninja's nut, it's like really thick. Ninja's got a thick stream. Thick nut, dude. Oh my god. This shit just fucking double pumped my fucking stomach.
I then made my Chamberlain coffee. I decided on the Careless Cat blend for this day, even though they all taste the fucking exact same. Maybe my palate isn't developed enough, but I feel like 99% of coffee tastes the exact fucking same. And I'm tired of pretending like it doesn't. I always hated that part of my job when I worked at Starbucks. People would come in and ask me like to describe what the different roasts taste like, and it's like, brother, it all tastes the same coming out. And this afternoon was really interesting because I was getting some work done up in my office, and I suddenly got like a really, really sharp pain, like right where my heart is. And for a few seconds, I genuinely thought I was gonna die. But then like 5 seconds later, it went away and I never experienced it since. So who knows what that was, but it feels important for me to relay that information to you guys. But there's only one cure to a little heart attack. A little lunchly.
Another day.
Another lunchly. I hope this GoPro is working. this is the first time using it. It's kind of matching my table really well too. Fiesta nachos. Nacho chips with queso blanco and salsa with primogeation strawberry banana. Ooh, everyone loves banana juice. A nice, refreshing banana juice. Now you get a good idea of how big these friggin' things are, dude. Strawberry banana. Okay, let's give it a try. God, this shit is so sweet, dude. I feel like I'm gonna go blind after I drink all this. But if I do go, maybe that's why they did it. Mr. Beast teamed up with Prime, so all these kids will go blind and then he can have more to cure for his next video. 1000 IQ, Jimmy. So we've got the salsa here and this queso blanco. Bunch of sauce. Okay, so we got these tiny ass chips here.
This! What is that?
I gotta test out the cheese because, you know, I don't know if you guys know this, but I like my cheese drippy, bro.
I like my cheese drippy, bro. I like my cheese drippy, bro.
Doesn't seem very drippy, but it kind of tastes like the Tostitos queso. We got a little chip hanging off of here.
I think there's someone hanging right there.
I feel like this is a lot of food for a kid. How much food do kids eat? Especially this, bro. You couldn't have made a smaller one? It actually is so like a YouTuber, like Mr. Beast, KSI, Logan Paul, to make the biggest fucking shit. And this does not need to be this big. They're kids, man. But YouTubers gotta be like, oh, I made the biggest lunchbox you've ever fucking seen. Would I go out and buy this? Would I recommend you buying it for your kids? Probably not. But your kids are probably gonna freak out and snap their own necks if you don't buy it for them. So kind of put these parents in a sticky situation. Like I'm picturing if someone brings a Lunchable to school and then someone brings a Lunchly, the person with the Lunchable is like, oh man. Back when I was a kid, Lunchables were the cool things to have for lunch. Except one time, we had to share a lunchroom with older grade, like a grade above us. I think they were like 4th grade, I was in 3rd grade. I had the hot dog Lunchables and I loved those. They tasted awesome. But the kid in the older grade thought they were gross. And he was like, you fucking eat those? That's so gross, you're disgusting. Everybody laughed at me. I went home, I was like, Mom, don't ever buy me those hot dogs again. Now we've got the milk chocolate Feastable. Just the classic plain chocolate. Penis right in my eye. Cheers. It tastes like fucking medicine, bro. Ugh. I'm not one of those fucking YouTubers to exaggerate. When something's good, I can't hide it. Same thing, when something's bad, I can't fucking hide it, dude. This one gets like a 3, dude. This flavor sucks my balls. I love bananas. Don't get me wrong, I fuck with bananas heavy.
They should never be a drink flavor.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do some work. I guess I'll see you guys in a little bit for snack time. Okay, there's this cool
this cool thing that happens after you eat a lunchly where you have, you feel like shit. It sucks because I feel like shit, but I haven't gone number 2 yet. And I'm really scared because I've eaten quite a bit. It's like the oatmeal and the lunchly are duking it out. The oatmeal's like, no, he's not gonna shit. No, you can't get past me. And the lunchly's like, diarrhea. Pretty cool. I really want water. Yeah, this proved to be the worst part of the entire challenge. All week long, the only thing I wanted was just plain regular water. If I was like a smart businessman, before filming this video, I would have put out my own water brand and called it like Water I Hardly Know. And then I could like drink the water and still have it be a YouTuber food, but I'm not that smart. This was fucking torture, man. The only beverages I had this week were Prime and the Prime hydration packs in regular water. So yeah, this week I definitely did not drink enough water, and I do not recommend doing this whatsoever. But I'll tell you what I did eat a lot of. Mina snacks from Pokemon. I do remember when these came out, there was quite a little bit of controversy surrounding them. I think some of it was about the, it's kind of just like white labeling, where it's like, this was already a product, and then they kind of just rebranded it. I don't think that's really a big problem. People are, I think, freaking out a little bit too much about that aspect. But then also there was the price that people were pretty upset about. These were pretty expensive. I forget how much they were, because, you know, I just friggin' swiped my card and did the nay-nay. But I'll put the price on screen. I do remember them, when hearing about them in the clip, like I remember them being a little pricey. And then I think Pokemon had like a pretty gnarly reaction on stream when she like called someone a broke boy.
Like, oh my god, $28 for cookies? It's 4 bags, $7 a bag. If you're a broke boy, just say so.
That's crazy. Nothing minor about the price at all. Spilled a bunch of crumbs as soon as I opened it. Also, smells like Oreos. It's definitely giving Oreo. Let's pop them in and see how they feel. Huh? Pause. Okay, that's what they look like. I don't know why I'm holding it like a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh card.
It's time to do.
I'm about to send this bitch to the Shadow Realm. Okay. Yeah, they're not bad. For a healthy cookie, they taste pretty good. They taste exactly like Oreos. Ooh, you know what they remind me of? The Oreo Thin-sations. You guys remember that shit? Those were so fucking good. My mom used to buy those all the time. I would eat them before she got the chance to, dude. They were so good. They're very crummy, though. I'll say that. Not like the product. You're like, it's crummy. It's literally crummy. Mina snacks. You know, they launched. There was a Mina set bag. You know what? These get a 7. And I think that was the price, right? Right? $7 a bag?
$7 a bag. If you're a broke boy, just say so.
Very cool. I'm so thirsty. And to quench my thirst, I have a big jug of water that I am going to absolutely eviscerate with some lemon lime prime hydration powder. I said this in my water talk video, but I'm a huge fan of the Liquid IV product. I have it pretty regularly, like especially when I'm hungover or if I'm like touring. It tastes really good, and I find that it actually like helps a lot with hydration. So I assume the prime hydration packs would be just like Liquid IV. But oh my god, they were not. The powder doesn't even fucking dissolve all the way, dude. So you get these weird fucking clumps of sweet, dusty bullshit. Like, it literally looks radioactive. The flavor wasn't like completely awful, but just like the regular Prime, it was way too fucking sweet. Prime Hydration gets a 2 out of 10 from me. But anyways, after I finished my glow-in-the-dark juice, I had some more Joyride sour strips as I made some food for my dog. And we found this recipe online for like a dog-friendly meatloaf recipe that's apparently really good for my breed of dog. It has like beef, carrots, oats, and it's super easy to make, so we just make it for him every couple of weeks, and he absolutely loves it. And I'm usually happy to make this food for him because I love him with all my heart. But this week, it pissed me the hell off. Okay, I have to eat YouTuber food and drink chug jugs all week, but then my dog gets a fresh homemade meatloaf. Okay, cool, man. I'll just have another fucking Hot Pocket, I guess. Maybe if I burn my taste buds off, I won't be able to taste the Prime tomorrow. I forgot to give this a rating. The Hot Ones Hot Pocket, 6.5. And with another Hot Pocket hastily shoved down my throat, I went to bed and began day 3. I had another terrible sleep that night, and I'm beginning to think it's because I eat a flaming hot pastry filled with hot cheese and spicy beef right before I go to bed, but who knows. So I went downstairs and I had my thick-ass Ninja Nut oatmeal and tried the chocolate nutcase flavor on its own, and for some reason it made my teeth feel like really fuzzy and hairy. You know that? You ever get that? I don't know, the milk just has like a weird consistency to it and a really strange aftertaste, but it's good for you, I guess. So, you know, you can't have your Ninja Nut and eat it too. And since I've now tried all the Nutcase flavors, I'm gonna give Nutcase by Ninja a 5 out of 10.
The fuck you say to me, you little shit?
I then had my Chamberlain coffee, and then, man, I wish I could just drink this fucking water, but for some reason I included water in my YouTuber food umbrella. So here we go, Prime hydration powder again. Look at that, man. Literally looks like I poured a bunch of fucking sand into a cup. And surprise, surprise, this flavor was even worse than the lemon lime one I had. Sweet as fuck, yet again. But after I finished my Prime water, it was lunchtime.
All right, another day, another lunchly review. Turkey stackums, crackers, cheese, and little turkey slices, I guess. And then this is the Ice Pop Prime, which is great because I just had one of those hydration powders and it fucking sucked, so I can't wait to have more of it. Also, just the fact that that this exists is fucking wild. The fact that there's like YouTubers have their product is like meat and cheese. What the fuck? Literally gonna have KSI, Logan Paul's, and Mr. Beast's meat in my mouth, dude. That's what they want. Smells like turkey. Turkey. I'm gonna taste each component individually, and then they'll do a thing together. Okay, I'll go cracker first. Okay. Cracker's not bad. It tastes kind of like a Ritz cracker. Actually, I'm kind of fucking with the cracker. Now it's time for cheese. The cheese is pretty good too. It tastes kind of like normal. And now for the turkey. Okay, that's all right.
I ate the rest of the turkey stackums, and just like all the other lunchlies I've had so far, it was just all right. It's pretty hard to fuck up cheese and crackers. Well, it's easy to fuck up cheese and crackers because I've done it. I can fuck them up all day too. But it's hard to screw up cheese and crackers. So this was actually not bad until I had to drink the Prime.
Yeah, God, and just the sweetest thing ever. Literally tastes like a melted popsicle. And I know this is ice pop, and I know that's what they're going for, but hey, maybe don't go for that. And they should just put out an ice flavor.
I chugged the Prime to get it over with, but unfortunately accrued some psychic damage along the way.
Surprisingly, I thought I was gonna like the pizza the best. Honestly, it might be this one. I think I'm excluding the Prime with all of these because if I'm including the Prime with all the lunchlies in my rating systems, then they're all fucking 0. And also minus a chocolate bar because too sweet. But just the food, I'd probably say this is the best one because it's just like, it's cheese and crackers. You can't really fuck that up. So I'd probably give this like, I guess like a 7.
So after eating all 3 lunchly variations, I think I'd rank them turkey stackums, the pizza, and then the Fiesta nachos. But I would like to talk about Lunchly as a whole for a second. I don't think it really made sense for these creators to come together and release this product. KSI and Logan Paul do so much shit all the time, and that's like a point of pride for each of them as well. Like they're essentially hustle grind set bros masquerading as YouTubers.
I'm out here trying to level myself up. That's why I got Misfits, that's why I've got Prime, that's why I've got all my sidemen businesses, XIX, sides, you know, the list goes on.
And same as Mr. Beast, dude. He always talks about how he's only like focusing his time on making YouTube videos or making his Amazon Prime show.
I reinvest every penny I make. Yeah. I work every hour I'm awake.
And he already has Feastables, which is its own business on its own. So it's not even humanly possible for these 3 people who don't even seem like they get along really well to effectively work together and like spend the time necessary to actually put out a product that is a better for you Lunchable.
What do you know? It turns out that the 3 billionaires have absolutely 0 chemistry together.
Thanks for joining me, guys.
Let's go.
Yeah, well.
Oh, pleasure.
Yeah. No.
And that widespread mold issue they were experiencing is a perfect illustration of that lack of time and care. Dude, even with Prime, the drink that KSI and Logan Paul created and they fucking talk about all the time and they display it everywhere in their podcast sets and even their wife's delivery room. Yeah, Logan Paul's baby was born. He put up fucking Prime and Lunchly, dude.
And of course, we have our snacks and our energy drink. None other than the greatest meals in the world, Lunchly.
Even all that time and effort devoted to Prime, there's still reports of the drinks containing lead and mercury, dude. Mercury. That's a planet. How'd that even get in there, dude? Welcome to the world, Logan Jr. Have some fucking mercury poisoning. Fucking Jesus. And I've had so much of it this week. I fucking joked about Prime being radioactive, but I was right. Personally, I think it's just straight up bullshit that these people are acting like they're trying to make healthy food for kids, because they're not. If they really cared about kids eating healthy, they'd put out a fucking salad kit, dude. Come on, guys, do it. Put out a fucking steamed broccoli and chicken meal. Put your money where your mouths are, guys. I also watched a Dr. Mike video about Lunchly, and he broke down a lot of the issues surrounding the messaging that they used when they released Lunchly, like how they didn't list the sodium or saturated fat levels on their website when they were comparing it to Lunchables. All they did was say how many electrolytes was in the Lunchly.
Sodium getting rebranded as electrolytes will be taught in marketing textbooks one day.
He also pointed out that the portion size between Lunchly and Lunchables, they differ quite a bit. So comparing the nutritional values isn't really fair, because obviously the Lunchables cheese and crackers, which is 82 grams, is gonna have more calories than the Lunchly turkey stackums, which is only 72 grams. That's like if McDonald's was like, our new healthy burger is much better for you than 2 burgers. Another interesting thing Dr. Mike brought up in his video is how Lunchly always boasts about how much healthier they are because they have lower calories.
So 30 less calories, 10 calories.
230 calories.
But when you look at the USDA caloric guidelines, it says that a children's lunch should contain around 625 calories because kids need energy to function properly in school and to stay active, and calories can provide that energy. But the turkey stackums only contain 230 calories. So to reach the recommended amount of calories, a kid would need to eat like 2.5 of these things. And if a kid did that, he'd be ingesting 1,300 milligrams of sodium, which is like way over the recommended amount. So overall, I don't think these people really give a fuck about kids eating healthy. I'm sure they would like kids to eat healthy, but their product isn't gonna do that. And in terms of taste, let's go back to me for the final verdict.
They're just okay.
All right, let's move on from Lunchly. A little later on that day, I was recording an episode of my podcast, Very Really Good. You should go check it out, go subscribe if you haven't already. But I was recording an episode and decided to bring along the Pizzafy with me to do a little review.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm here in my podcast studio, and I'm also here sitting on my Video Gear Command Center. If y'all have ever wanted a POV of what it's like to use a Video Gear Command Center, and I figured this was a perfect place to try out Pizzafy. Fits very nicely in the Video Gear Command Center, I will say. Turn anything into pizza. This is from Eric. I've never met him in person. There was one split second at the Streamies.
You guys look so, it's Curtis. Hey.
But I didn't have the chance to say anything. But this is his product. I guess he likes pizza a lot. He incorporates it into his content, so it makes sense. But yeah, I'm a little skeptical of this. You know, you put sauce on anything and it's gonna taste like the sauce. I think I have to cut this little nipple off. Do I have scissors? I don't think I have scissors. Oh, I might be stupid. I didn't take this off. If it works now, I'm so fucking stupid. Oh, it does. Looks like I just picked my butt. Okay, wow. Yeah, very intense pizza flavor. I couldn't just order the pizza sauce like I said earlier. It had to come, they were like all out or something.
Really, man? Were they? Were they all out of the Pizzafy? Pizzafy that you're holding in your hand currently? I think someone must have squirted that sauce in my ear because I clearly got fucking pizza for brains. Clearly they weren't out because they sent me one. It is a little weird though that the option to just buy a Pizzafy bottle was unavailable. I had to buy it in like a snack box that was significantly more expensive. And I'm sure they did that so they could just get more money out of me, and it worked, you know. And I'm a little upset about it. I guess that's capitalism. I should start doing that. Sorry guys, I'm all out of shirts. You gotta buy 10 shirts.
So they sent it with a bunch of snacks. They sent these Pirates Booty, aged white cheddar rice and corn puffs, dried pineapple chunks, Pringles, Ritz cheese crackers that got fucking smashed in the mail, and then Slim Jim. I'm gonna try the Pizzafy on all these and see how it tastes. First up, let's try Pringles, and these also got smashed in the mail. I will say this. Pizzafy tastes good. Does it make the Pringle taste like pizza? No. It makes it taste like a Pringle with some pizza sauce on it, which isn't a bad thing. But maybe it'll be different. Maybe with Ritz, because it has cheese. And what if I try to up the dosage here? What if I really fucking squirt? Oh yeah, now that's a squirt. Here we go. Now that tastes more like pizza. Would you believe me if you put more of this on it, it tastes more like it? If you, you know, suck really small dicks. No, if you partake in the devil's lettuce, this is like heaven, dude. I can already picture it because I've never done it. I never will.
I spent the next few minutes messing around with the snacks and putting Pizzafy on every single one. And looking back at this footage now, I feel like I probably could have gotten away with eating like real fruits and vegetables. If I just like put Pizzafy on the healthy food, then it would immediately turn it into a YouTuber food, right? Because Pizzafy's whole thing is like, if you put Pizzafy on something, it turns it into something completely different. You know, is a banana still a banana if it has Pizzafy on it? I don't know. It's like a ship of Theseus type thing, right? This is a larger philosophical debate that I don't really think we have time for, but everybody write your full thesis in the comments below.
I want to truly put it to the test because so far, if you guys have been paying attention to the video, there are 2 items that I've had to have every single day that I don't like, and that's Feastables and Prime. So here's my theory. If I put enough of this stuff on Feastables and Prime, maybe I'll like it because it'll taste like pizza. So, okay, I've got Feastables here. I got the regular full-size milk chocolate one, and then I got this Austin Matthews Prime. So I guess this just sort of tastes like him. A little weird to have a guy as your flavor. That's like if the Gatorade came out with a flavor and it was just called like Gary. Tyler. I'll do a cube at a time. Minecraft be like. It even has like a little container for it. Eric, you lied to me. I didn't turn the Feastables into pizza at all. Don't do that. For Prime, I'm not sure. I gotta make a little potion, I think, in the cap. Okay, a little bit of Prime in there. And then we hit it with a little bit of Pizzafy. Dude, this looks like diarrhea, bro. Cheers, boys. Actually wasn't that bad. That's not good. If putting pizza sauce in your drink makes it better, Logan Paul KSI, you fucked up. Final verdict for Pizzafy. The snack box was a little pricey, I remember that, but I mean, it was worth it. You get a lot of snacks. You know what? I think Pizzafy, I'm gonna give that shit, I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm gonna eat some more of these snacks, I think. And then I'm gonna go home and eat a Hot Pocket.
Yeah, this week was definitely starting to take its toll on me, and yet I persisted. After I got home from my podcast studio, I had another Prime hydration drink, and the most incredible thing happened. I think my body was finally getting used to this diet, because I had a reunion with my long-lost friend, the toilet, and I won. It only took 3 days, but I successfully made a touchdown. I threw it like a touchdown, too. Pooped in my hand, and I went into the toilet, dude. After that, my wife and I tried the Joyride cherry berry ropes, and they were pretty good, but the sour strips were much better.
It's like Twizzlers kind of, but like with a little bit of goo inside.
You can use that in your ads, Ryan, if you want.
It's like Twizzlers kind of, but like with a little bit of goo inside.
I then heated up my Hot Pocket, and this is when I realized how much it looks like a chicken bake. And I'm gonna be honest, I was a little full from all the Pizzafy snacks I had a few hours prior. So I only had half of the Hot Pocket, but I enjoyed every second of it because tomorrow I was moving on up the spice scale to the Los Calientes sauce. And with that, it was time for day 4. I started off my day with some oatmeal because I have no choice, and I also picked this Night Owl blend for my daily Chamberlain / nutcase coffee. And wouldn't you know, it was just all right. And then a few hours later, it was time for lunch.
Okay, for lunch today, I've got the pizza lunchly again. Half of a Hot Ones Hot Pocket that I didn't eat last night. And I thought it'd be fun to put the Pizzafy on it. I'm gonna put this in the microwave.
Keep my phone in there as well, so you guys can get a nice view.
Okay, I'm about halfway done the week. I've said this earlier, but I feel a lot more bloated than I usually do. And I don't know if it's like the lack of sunlight because of the winter time, but I haven't been sleeping well at all. I don't want to blame the food for that because it could be a variety of things, but I feel like it's important to say. Bowel movements, they have not been moving, all right? I'm not seeing enough movement.
I'm not seeing enough movement.
Ninja, nut milk. Other than that, I feel semi-normal, I think. The only thing I'm feeling is just fucking boredom. YouTubers, you gotta put out some more food, man. I'm fucking sick of these lunchlies already. I'm sick of the Hot Pocket, sick of the oatmeal. I want my usual diet. I want fruits and vegetables. Sucks, man. I want like regular water. I miss regular water a lot. My body is like, where is it? You know what? We're gonna keep fucking powering through, dude. I'm gonna eat this lunchly, and it's gonna be awesome, man. I can't wait.
So I put the Pizzafy on the lunchly, and it was
pretty good. Luckily, the weather hasn't been too bad. So I've been able to go for like hour walks. So I've been getting like 10, 15,000 steps a day this week. Thank fucking God. I gotta offset all this fucking crap I'm eating, dude. Cause I feel like if I wasn't walking, I'd be like that fucking, the person who does drugs on the couch. They're just fucking. We're gonna crush this Prime right now. The best way to drink Prime is to drink it as fast as you can so you get it over with. I was like, I'm drinking fucking Everclear, dude. I actually rather would drink Everclear than this. Hey guys, I'm editing this video right now, and the funniest thing just happened. Out of everything I consumed during my week of YouTuber food and beverages,
Prime was by far the worst, so I thought it was very funny when earlier this morning I opened my Instagram and I see a DM from the official Prime account that reads, "Curtis, join the Prime fam for our biggest launches yet. We're kicking off the year with epic drops, and we want you on our exclusive list. Let us know the best address for your first Prime delivery." No. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should respond with an address. Okay, I just sent them back a message. So they said, let us know the best address for your first Prime delivery. So I said, 42069 Ligma Lane, Mercuryville, Japan. Let me know if y'all accept Crypto Zoo. That's it. I thought it was funny. Back to the video.
All right, another lunch in the books. Thank you so much, Jimmy, Logan, and KSI. I don't know KSI's real name. 4 lunchlies down, 3 to go.
After lunch, I had another Prime hydration because fucking regular water sucks anyway, dude. I didn't even want it. I did find a way to make it a little more bearable though. I got this Lexus US Open Stanley Cup as a gift when I played Pinehurst #2 with my friend Aaron last year. And you can fit so much fucking water in this thing. 40 ounces of water to be exact. And Prime Hydration recommends mixing in 1 pack with 16 ounces of water. So by tripling the amount of water I'm putting the Prime into, I'm essentially making it 3 times less sweet. So it was actually like okay to drink now. And later that night, I was watching my favorite Christmas movie, Jingle All the Way, while enjoying some D'Amelio Be Happy white cheddar popcorn. And this was actually really good as well. And mostly because it tasted like every other white cheddar popcorn I've ever had in my life. And that's always really tasty. So I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I then got a really crazy headache out of nowhere, so that was really cool. And I also had 0 bowel movements that day, so I was not feeling good.
Like I'm hungry, but I don't want a spicy Hot Pocket, you know what I mean?
I've now upgraded to the Los Calientes hot sauce, and it was a significant jump in terms of spice, but luckily I had Ninja's thick nut to pour down my throat and cool me off. And with that, another Hot Pocket in my Hot Pocket. That's my stomach. I feel like a Hot Pocket could be several things. Another Hot Pocket in my ass. Speaking of stomach though, luckily I rarely get bloated. It hardly like ever happens to me. It happens to me so little that for like most of my life, I thought people were lying when they said they were bloated because I just didn't know what that was. But this week, oh my God, man, people were not lying. Something in these foods made me blow up like a fucking balloon. Look at this shit, bro. I look like pregnant Brian. Oh, it also hurt a lot? Cool. And on top of that, I felt fucking sluggish like all week. I do not recommend doing this, okay? Never do this. And candidly, I've gained like, I think like 30 pounds over the past like 2 years. And like, I'm trying to eat better and exercise more. That's like a conscious thing I've been doing over the past like 6 months, but I feel like I lost any progress I made in this 1 week, dude. And honestly, I wish I was exaggerating for the video, but I'm not, dude. Food has a massive impact on how you feel, and this shit was not making me feel good whatsoever. But I was already in too deep to quit, so. You know, one could say I was in the thick of it, everybody knows. Okay. Day 5. This is pretty cool. I woke up with a shooting pain in the right side of my abdomen, and I Googled it, and I got really scared because everything was saying that my appendix burst. But it went away after a few minutes, so we're all good. I guess that just comes with the territory. If you want to eat YouTuber food every day, you gotta go through these like little death scares. I then had my daily Oath oatmeal and my Chamberlain nutcase coffee while I hung out with Kiwi. And for lunch that day, I had the Fiesta nachos again, and at this point, I just wanted to get through the food as quickly as possible. This footage isn't even sped up, dude. That's just how fast I was eating it. Fuck you! Later on that night, I opened Prime Video on my TV because I wanted to watch an episode of Fallout, and who do I see on the front page? Mr. Beast himself. I can't escape him. I got Mr. Beast meat in my mouth every afternoon, and now he's on the goddamn boob tube? I mean, this is just a dream come true. This is what life is supposed to be like, guys. YouTubers aren't meant to just make YouTube videos. That's not what being a YouTuber is about. Being a YouTuber is about doing as many things as you possibly can. Spreading yourself so thin that everything you do is half-assed at best. YouTube is not art. It's a business. And I think that's beautiful. I was so excited to watch Jimmy on Amazon Prime, so I cracked open my second lunchly of the day, and I scarfed it down while watching the first episode of Beast Games, Mr. Beast's brand new game show that was actually filmed right here in Toronto. In this show, 1,000 people compete for $5 million. And if you're wondering how they accurately showed everything that was happening to the 1,000 people, they didn't. I'm sure it gets more mellow as the season progresses, but watching the first episode of Beast Games felt like what I think meth feels like. There was way too much going on. It was scary. I was like jumpy. I was like, it was a meth, dude.
What a day. You look lonely. I can fix that.
Sorry, filming from my phone here. I forgot the Prime. Drinking Prime while watching Prime.
I left my wife and my 3-year-old son.
Why'd you leave your wife for this show?
But I chugged the remainder of my Prime and didn't bother finishing the first episode because personally, I hated it. I think it's not good. But I've got some bad news, guys. You know, this whole week I've been really good. You know, I've stuck to my diet. I haven't faltered at all. Just, I had to get through this week. I don't know what it was. Something about that night, I gave in to temptation. Later on that night, I was watching Jack Frost, and we had just bought like a tin of these Quality Street chocolates for Christmas time, and unfortunately, they were too good to turn down. And as I reached into the pile of yummy chocolates, I randomly grabbed a little treat for me and oh, come on, man, what the fuck? I sadly ate my dark chocolate Feastables bar as I watched Jack Frost, and I was pretty full from everything, so I didn't end up having a Hot Pocket. But I went to bed happy, knowing that my week of YouTuber food was almost complete. I woke up on day 6 from another shitty fucking sleep, ready to take on another day of this stupid experiment, dude. Even my dog was getting bored of my diet. And he's eating the same thing every day for 7 years. I opened my fridge to get my Oath Oats, but they were nowhere to be found. I searched, and this is when I remembered. I forgot to prepare them the night before. I forgot to overnight my oats. So in an act of desperation, I heated up some of Ninja's nut in a pot and cooked the oats, and after a few minutes, I had a little bowl of baby shit. Delicious. I then had my Chamberlain Nutcase coffee, and a few hours later, I had the pizza lunchly again. But I must have gotten some inspo from heating up my breakfast this morning, so I decided to do something crazy and put the pizza lunchly in the oven. I had the little chocolate while I waited and chugged this little bottle of mercury poisoning as well. After a few minutes, my little pizzas were nice and cooked and ready to be eaten.
Okay, they definitely smell better than usual. Okay, they're better in the oven. Should've been doing that all week.
And later on in the day, it was Hot Pockets time yet again. I was having dinner a little earlier than usual on this day because we were going to a Christmas party that night at our friend's house. So I had to make sure that I had a full belly before we went because, you know, I wasn't gonna be allowed to eat any of the food there, which is great, which is fun. And it really sucked too because they had like the best looking fucking charcuterie board I've ever seen in my life, but I wasn't allowed to eat any of it, okay? And I didn't want to be the guy to go up and be like, hey, is any of this the turkey stockums? Since it was a Christmas party, I was gonna get a little fucked up. Oh, yeah. So you know what that means. It's time to do an in-depth review of Happy Dad Seltzer. Launched in 2021 by the Nelk Boys, who are known for their shitty podcast.
First of all, I'm not even talking to you. I'm not even talking.
Yeah, but he's tired of your shit too.
I'm not talking to you.
And their failed NFT project. You know what? Saying failed NFT project is a little redundant. I can just say NFT project. The Nelk Boys also recently received a shout out from the CEO of UFC, Dana White, during Donald Trump's acceptance speech.
I want to thank the Nelk Boys, Aiden Ross.
The fact that fucking YouTubers got shouted out during a president's acceptance speech, this is the worst. We all need to die. Okay? And also, like, dude, I don't know why this fucking Nelk dude fucks with Trump so much. Why does he love Trump so much, dude? He's Canadian. He's from Mississauga, bro. Dude, you weren't even born in America, man. Trump does not fuck with you, dude. But the Nelk Boys are very popular with college dudes named Trent, so they launched a seltzer brand to compete with the very popular White Claw. And in terms of what they could have released for their audience, it's pretty smart. I think the only thing they could have sold more of to frat boys is a collection of pastel colored button-up shirts. But yeah, when I wore pink in high school, I got called the F-slur. Got it. Sorry, when I did my taste of Happy Dad, I was trying to be as impartial as I could. And truthfully, I was pretty excited to try Happy Dad because based on my childhood, I didn't even know those existed.
I'm gonna give it a go and see. I'm just giving my first, what's it called? First impressions, dude. I swear to God, I've been having like fucking brain fog all week. I can't fucking think of words, shit, and I'm blaming my fucking diet, dude. It smells like Prime. Thank God. Thank God. Not for me. I will say this is pretty warm because I forgot to put them in the fridge, but yeah, I'm just not a big seltzer guy, and I'm also not a big Nelk guy. I would just rather have a beer, you know, but because this kind of tastes like an alcoholic Prime. At least with Prime, you can drive a car after, right? I mean, you can, but you know. First impressions for taste alone, Happy Dad, I'm gonna give a 4. For comparison, I would give White Claw like a 5, so.
I then housed this Hot Pocket with the Los Calientes sauce. I also had a Prime hydration in preparation for all the Happy Dads I was about to consume that night. And this one was interesting because it looked like someone literally blew a load into my water. But I've been having Ninja's Nut all week, so this was light work. I didn't take any pictures or videos because, sorry, I was living in the moment. I had about 6 or 7 White Claws that night. And just like most of the other products this week, they were just all right. A weird thing happened though. I don't know if it was like I got like a faulty case of them, but like the more Happy Dads I drank, the less I really cared about the taste of them. We'll say this about Happy Dad. They work if you intend on getting fucked up. And folks, as I tucked myself into bed that night, I went to bed a happy dad because I knew there was only one more day. So I woke up a little hungover from all the Happy Dads, but you know what Anthony Bourdain said about how to treat a hangover? What you gotta do to fix a hangover is have an oatmeal that you drunkenly put in the fridge last night. So I had my final oatmeal. And at this point, I didn't give a friggin' crap anymore. So I put the Pizza-Fi on the oatmeal. Dude, I'm so crazy, you can't take me anywhere. And with that, my oath journey was complete. And I was smiling through it all. Can't believe this is my life. I then had my final Chamberlain/nutcase coffee and went for a walk with my dog. And it was a good thing I was wearing my scarf too, because underneath that thing, I could not stop smiling. Only one more day of eating this bullshit and drinking mercury-led smoothies. And for my final lunchly, I decided I needed to do something special. If this was the last time I was ever going to eat one of these things, I needed to celebrate this special occasion. So I made a full charcuterie board complete with all the turkey stack-em components, a Feastables bar, some Mina cookies, some Joyride sour strips, some Be Happy popcorn, and a ramekin full of Pizza-Fi. Wow. Isn't this disgusting?
It's a special occasion, so I had to dress up a little bit. It's the final lunch, and I've got this nice fancy glass here that we're gonna put the Prime in. Bon appetit. After I finish this Prime, that'll be a wrap on lunch.
And with that final sip of Prime, my lunchly torture was finally over.
7 lunchlies, 7 days. No, I think I had 8. 8 lunchlies, 7 days. And I'm never having one ever again. I'm dressed like a waiter right now, too. Oh, excuse me. I'm dressed like a waiter right now, too. Was everything to your liking? No! No? Understandable.
And later that night, I heated up my final Hot Pocket, but since it was the final day, that meant it was time for the last dab. So I put a hefty amount on the Hot Pocket and took a big bite. It really didn't feel that bad at first, but after a few seconds, the pain really started to ramp up. The heat was seriously intense. And Ninja's thick nut flowing down my throat was the only thing that could make me feel better. Dude, I even had a sip of Prime to see if that would help, but it didn't do a thing. And I'm honestly surprised the heat from the hot sauce mixing with the mercury in the Prime didn't make my fucking head explode. But after a long while, the pain finally went away, and when I looked at the clock, it was 12:11. My torturous week of strictly eating YouTuber foods was finally over. So I poured myself a big glass of regular, plain-ass water, and I chugged that thing. And just like Logan Paul donning a pair of colorblind glasses, I too cried tears of joy. So it's been a few weeks since my little food experiment. I've had some time to look back on it and reflect. During the week, I was so annoyed and irritable and bloated and tired, and I just hated it. You know those times in your life that were stressful and just terrible, but when you look back on them, it's with much fondness and you appreciate what you learned during those times? Well, after looking back on my little YouTuber food experiment, I came to realize that was not one of those times, okay? Fuck that shit, that sucked. That was such a dumb idea. Do not do this, ever, okay? If you're gonna have YouTuber food, just have it every once in a while. I'm sure you didn't need me to tell you that, but just please, just do your research on what is in foods that you're eating, and do not base your entire diet around YouTuber foods, okay? That was shitty and dumb. And I meant to weigh myself before and after the challenge, but I forgot. And so this is just a personal feeling, but I do actually think I gained a few pounds during this challenge, just based on how I feel. And I weighed myself today, and I did not weigh this much a few weeks ago. So I know that's not concrete evidence that I gained weight from this diet, but I do have a feeling that all those spicy Hot Pockets did a number on my body, especially my stomach lining. But as I said several times throughout this video, during the whole week, I felt bloated and uncomfortable. I had less energy. I experienced more brain fog. My bowel movements were so infrequent that my toilet actually put up lost Curtis signs all over my house because he hasn't seen me in so long. And I also didn't really have any restful sleeps. It's like every day, like my breakfast was normal because it was just oatmeal and coffee. But then the rest of the day, it was just like, hey, try this hockey player mercury juice and don't forget your spicy beef pillow. And to echo what I said at the beginning of this video, it is a massive responsibility to create a food product and sell it to people. And I think the appeal of immense financial gains kind of makes people forget about that responsibility. And, you know, luckily there are usually guidelines in place, you know, that need to be met before you can actually sell a food product to the public. But those guidelines don't automatically make them good for you to eat, right? I don't know if you guys remember that like pink sauce debacle from like last year, but it just goes to show you that like starting a food business is not easy and it can be very dangerous. Even the biggest YouTuber on the platform with like endless resources at his disposal, he's had issues with every single food product he's ever released. Mr. Beast Burgers dealt with lack of quality assurance across the board. I also just found out that Feastables has like child labor allegations. And with Lunchly, you have the nutritional concerns as well as the mold issue, right? Like if I wanted blue cheese, Jimmy, I'd order some wings. And I'm not saying all these YouTubers are wrong for putting out a food product, but some of them just don't make any fucking sense to me. When a product actually relates to a person and what they do or who they are, then personally, I'm gonna feel more inclined to purchase that product. Like how Tom Holland put out that non-alcoholic beer recently, because while going through his own personal journey with sobriety, he realized like most non-alcoholic beers are either not good or just unavailable. So he just made one himself. That's fucking cool. I love that. Like that to me is so much cooler than fucking like Ryan Reynolds being like, hey, buy this gin because I made it and I'm me. You've seen me in movies, remember? I don't know, in conclusion, I think just do the best research you can before consuming a food product. You know, everything in moderation, of course. You know, if a YouTuber you like puts out a food product, support it or don't. I don't care. I do not care what you put in your body because that is your body. You can put whatever you want in there. The only thing I will strongly suggest you guys not do is eat strictly YouTuber foods for a week or any amount of time, really. But maybe I'm just jealous. Perhaps I'm envious of all the money that these YouTubers are making by slapping their name on some random ass food product and then selling it to their audience. It's smart, you know, you sell people a consumable product so they consume it and then they got to keep coming back for more, right? Therefore increasing the amount of sales you get, therefore increasing the amount of money in your pocket, in your hot pocket. I can't do that, okay? Because I only sell merch. Until now. That's right, guys. I am launching the world's first edible candy clothing. Have you ever looked at a shirt and thought, ah, sweet? Well, in this case, you would be right. I have teamed up with the most skilled candy makers in the world, the Oompa Loompas. Yes! And we have created the first ever consumable merch. So you gotta keep on coming back for more. Each shirt is made of the cheapest sugar we could find. Mostly sugar we dust off the ground when I open a pack of Joyride sour strips. The patent-denied gummy shirt is sticky to wear and a nightmare in the summer. I hope you like bees, but how do they taste? Not good. One could argue they're an abomination to the taste buds. Their mere existence is an act of defiance against God, and they're not good for you. In order for the gummy shirts to keep their shape, we had to implement a special binding agent that may or may not contain asbestos. There's also mercury and lead in there, but we only did that because we saw Prime do it. These gummy shirts may not taste good or be good for you, but that doesn't matter because when you buy a Curtis Connor gummy shirt, 100% of the proceeds go directly to me. The Oompa Loompas don't even want money. It's crazy.
Yes, we do.
No, they don't. Buy the 5-shirt bundle today because we're all out of shirts. Available now. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please press the like button because believe it or not, one like actually equals one sandwich with chips not asked for that I will eat. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think of all this. Let me know if you tried any of these foods. Subscribe, because as soon as you press the subscribe button, you become a valued citizen of Curtistown. You know, Curtistown is the best place to live in the world, and I'm the mayor of Curtistown. So you have to be nice to me. It's the law. And also come see me in Australia. Those shows are happening very soon, and I want you to be there because it's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay. All right, that's it. I would stick around, but unfortunately, I need to go research on how to remove lead from your body. See ya.
I like my cheese drippy, bro.